Hello everyone. How are you all doing today? It's not that warm here in the UK today. As you can see the winds. Look at my hair being blown all over the place by the wind, but never mind. It's still warm. Even though it's windy, it's still warm. You're welcome back to Ifechi family. Today, from the title, we are addressing men and women, husbands and wives. I'm not talking about boys and girls, because some people rush into marriage and they're still thinking and reasoning like boys and girls. Today, we are addressing men and women. I have two seats, one there and one there for the husband and wife. So, husband, take your seat. Let's talk. What's going on? Right. Husband, what actually is going on in your home? Why are there kata kata all the time? Why is your wife always complaining? Like today, I'm addressing both men and women, both husband and wife. I'm starting with the husband because the issue at hand is the issue of side chicken, according to Jono's side chick, or whatever you people call it. How can any married man not be satisfied at home and want to go out there to meet all some of these girls or ladies or whatever? What for? Why? Why will you not be fulfilled in your marriage? Some people will say, I can't be eating a goosey soup or bono soup or stew or spaghetti or this all the time. I want to have a different dishes. So intimacy in marriage is now trying different dishes. Let me tell you something. You, the man, and you know it, but people, sometimes men don't want to admit it, that there's nothing different, apart from the fact that those people out there who are not married to you, they want to spice things up more, probably more than your wife is doing at home, and you think that they know what they're doing, your wife, forgetting that your wife, maybe at this time, they've had one or two or more children, and it's no longer the case. Or have they always been like that even when you are courting? If they were like that when you are courting, discuss it, communicate, tell them. Don't hide anything from each other, because the priority is for marriages to work. And when men start going out there to meet these girls, they say that the person is cheating. Do you know what cheating is? Cheating is like, you do this, you do that for me, you've cheated me. I'm talking about infidelity here. Body to body contact, intimacy. It's not something you have with anyone anyhow and think that it's okay. It's not okay. So in this particular case I want to deal with today, the man is clearly not happy to be doing what he has been doing, but he claimed that his friends always see him unhappy because of the way I'm coming to you, the wife, I'm coming to you in a minute, because of the way the wife treats him at home. No respect. Each time they want intimacy, he's talking about her children, as if it's not their children. Oh, my children, is it my children? That the wife always said my instead of saying our, and that her priority is always where the children are, and that they have a spare room that's supposed to be for the children or for visitors, but that's where she has been sleeping with the children, and the excuse she gave initially was that she can hear the children cry and she can do this and the next thing. I think that's a big error. Or even if you have basement up and down like a massive houses like Americans have, you can have a baby monitor depending on the age of the baby. You can hear them. There are things you can do, but to be separated from your husband, and I'm not talking about months. If you decide that, oh, when they are babies and you're doing homework, maybe somebody came, that's different. That's totally different. But to make it a habit, as the children growing up here, sleeping with the children more, and the man only comes to you or invites you over when there needs to be intimacy, that's no longer what marriage should be about. You should be there. That body contact, that long-term, intimacy works wonders in your general health and well-being. Trust me. So that was the reason the man gave, and his friends introduced him to these chicks or chickens out there, and he started doing that more and more, and does not even invite the. By this time, they've had 3 children, and they decided that they don't want anymore, and they're still a young couple. And the wife don't even bother that, oh, my husband doesn't come to me anymore. What's going on? She just concentrates on her children, looking after them, sleeping there when these are my children, this, he gets them to school. And the man just looks like a visitor in his own home. Now, wife, Ngwa, let's talk. Why? The wife goes, yeah, because I have to do that, because he does not help me at home. If I need his support or his help, even with cleaning or cooking or doing anything, he does not do. He will just say to me, you take care of your children, you and your children. And the man also refers to the children as you, your children. And the children are hearing all these things. And what kind of children or adults do you want them to become tomorrow? Let's watch it. Let's be careful what we do and what we say. So that's the reason this woman gave for not showing that intimacy, for not being close to her husband, and for not even caring the fact that the husband has not been coming near her, not even questioning. Maybe is he doing anything else? Is he with somebody else? Why? He used to at least be very distant with me, but now he doesn't even bother. The woman did not ask questions because she was concentrated, and her main priority was the children. Those children will be grown and gone. The only 2 people that will remain in the house, just like you started, will just be 2 of you. So if you don't look after each other, you don't look after yourselves, and just neglect each other, then it becomes very difficult. No wonder some marriages are breaking down many years after the marriage, because they were just using the children as an in-between. The other reason that the wife gave why she was not, she's very distant from her husband, was the fact that he's always shouting. Sometimes I thought that he says women, we women that shout. Anyway, it can be that way. He's always shouting that when she talks, he just talks down on her in front of the children. So, man, husband, did you hear that? That's a no. Even you, wife, that's a no, because sometimes we can also shout. Shouting at each other in marriage is a no. The children are there. I know in my live stream not too long ago, we were talking about shouting at children and how to discipline children. And some people had this idea that, their children respond to shouting instead of when they speak in a lower voice. I beg to differ, but everyone to their own, the way they want to raise their children. But shouting, we're talking about husband and wife today, so shouting at your spouse is not the best way. Communicate with them. That's why the big C, communication. Communicate, don't shout. And when they say something to you, when they tell you that you're shouting, don't react, respond. Lower your voice and maybe explain to them why you actually shouted, why you actually raised your voice. It may be because you've had a bad day at work or else where you are coming from, or anything may have caused it. But if it becomes a regular thing, like this woman said, it wasn't just shouting because he's had a bad day, that's the way he always talks to her. And that because of that, she tends to be not to go or tell him anything or to even have argument. It's always yes, okay, then that's fine. That is no longer marriage now, where a spouse will be so afraid to talk to the other person, and everything will just be yes, okay. If things are just like that, then it's that marriage is leading to its destruction, and you don't want to do that. Remember, marriage should be until death do you part, not when it suits. If not, I'll just go out. After all, I can marry another wife. I can do this. Some of the things husband and wife say to each other, you wonder what is going on, and you wonder why they can easily go out there and meet somebody else without any remorse. You wonder why they can be there, keep another woman somewhere They are always there. Some I've even heard once that the husband will now, because his job involves doing night work, and then he will have a calendar in the house where he marks when he goes to work, and part of the night work is going to the other woman. What is going on? And then in the morning he will come back, and the wife will ask, how was work? He said, oh yeah, it's fine, we're quite busy. Yeah, you're quite busy indeed. Please let us stop. There's lots of sexually transmitted diseases, and there's lots of issues out there. Or you won't have rest of mind when you're living that kind of life. Trust me, you won't fully have rest of mind. So please help yourselves to help yourselves. Life is too short. Stop forcing problems in your marriages. When you are enjoying when you are in a fulfilled marriage, there's nothing beats it. Nothing beats it. Not that you don't have problem, but the way you deal with it is so different. And the two of you will be happy ever after. Thank you so much for listening. See you in my next one. Goodbye and God bless.